everyone, I'm Jenny Garcia, and in this video I'm gonna walk you through my process of working on my Pokopia journal, which is a game that I've been obsessed with. And I been thinking about making this for months since the game came out. Every time I had like a little time to play, I would do it. It's such a great game, and I decided that I wanted to make like an album, a journal with all the cute photos I've taken. And I was like, I totally have a journal, a notebook that I could use for this project, and I didn't have this one. And I was like, okay, let's look at my options. I don't want to go too small with one of the Everyday Explorers mini notebooks. I just wanted something a little bit bigger. And my first thought was actually this one, and this is just a regular notebook. The paper is not very thick, which in a way is good because I could cut out some papers and glue down, and that way when it gets bulky it's not too bulky. I'm not a fan of lines. I am a dot grid kind of person. It's just so pleasing because it's there to, you know, make sure that your writing is not diagonal, but lines are too harsh for me ever since I discovered the dot grid. My second option was this. I love this cover. I was gonna put a Pokopia sticker right here. I got this at Pinners, and I love these notebooks. The quality seems very nice, but I wasn't completely sold. It was my favorite one, and I was like, well, you know, it kind of looks like a journal that someone would leave and you discover, which is one of the things that you do in the game. And I love the cover too, but I was still like, oh, but I don't know, it feels uncomfortable to work on it. Maybe because I'm not used to it. It's hard for me to work in this traveler's notebook format. I prefer something a little bit more squarish. And it was like, okay, then I have this Archer and Olive notebook. I would have to cut out some pages that I've used, but same problem as with the notebook. It's gonna be glued down, and when it gets bulky, it's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt. So I wasn't sold on that one. And then I have this one, which is really nice, but it's huge. It's A4, which is 8.3 by 11.7. Still has the dots. It's still very nice paper, but it's huge. It's a bit too much for what I want to do. And I was like, I wish I had another documentary journal from Studio Calico, and I used this one for my reading journal, and I loved it so much because one of the simple things that I love about this is the fact that it's not glued down, so I get a lot of wiggle room. Yes, the cover is gonna, you know, fold a little bit, but the cover is pretty soft, even though it's cardstock. It's still tough. Won't break, but it's not like a hardcover where, you know, it's gonna have a harder time closing all the way. I love the pages. The pages are sturdy, and they have different backgrounds that I could choose to use if I wanted to. There's a nice variety too. So now I really love this journal. And then they had a sale for Memorial Day, and I kept thinking maybe I could get the documentary journal. And I went over it with one of my kids, and my husband heard me. He's like, just buy the notebook. Why are you thinking about this so much? And I'm like, because I want to be a good little crafter and use my stash. But it didn't happen. I did got 4 of these because I know that Studio Calico is gonna stop selling whatever craft related items they still have left, and I know that they're not gonna make more. Something my gut tells me that. So I was like, you know what? I'm ordering one. Might as well, you know, since I'm paying for shipping, there's a sale, da da da. Then I'll use this one. So I'll share more about my process and the items that I use a little later. I'm still gonna film it all and put it in this video. So it sounds a little later, but in reality, it's gonna be in the next few seconds. So I'm back with another video in my Pokopia journal that I haven't started. I'm about to start. I just have this here. I'm going to put it on the inside and do something cool with stickers. So I have that ready. I have ready the washi that I'm going to use. And I tried to make it, to grab enough washi for the ending, the beginning, and each of the places in the game, and I will show you more about that later. This is other washi that I selected. Oh my god, I have a neighbor that's just starting either cutting the grass or something just right now. So if you hear that, I'm sorry, but I may not get another chance to do this. So okay, so that's the washi, and I have this Pokemon washi that is very cute. I can't remember who sent it to me. It was either Leilani or Heather. So whoever sent it to me is awesome. My kid had it and I just went and stole it back from her stash. And I have some for Bleak Beach. And I have a bunch of foliage, more artsy washi tape. And I have some space washi tape for the ending. And okay, so for the stamps, I have this one. It's from Everyday Explorers. Most of them, I think all of them are Everyday Explorers. This one is 20 prompts, also from Everyday Explorers. And I'm gonna link the items that I find below. This one is from In a Creative Bubble, but designed for Studio Calico. And even though the game night stamps are a little bit more competitive, I still wanted to include them. Like this one has a game controller, so I thought that was very cool. This one is from Kelly Perky, or the Paper Person shop. I don't know if it's still open, but it's called Level Up. They usually, when they run out, they don't restock. So this one is Let's Play, also from Paper Shop. No, Paper Person. Why did I keep saying it? Because it's Paper Person shop. Wow, great. And then this one is it's, well, Feed Your Craft. That company doesn't exist anymore, sadly. I love the products, but it's designed by In a Creative, I believe. That is another In a Creative Bubble. And then this one is On Our Way. I am so sorry. I started this and now all my neighbors are making noises. You guys. So I printed a bunch of the pictures, and now they have an easier way to do it. Back then, I don't even remember how it used to be done, where you would put the pictures from the Switch, you would send them to your cell phone, and now, right now you do it with the Nintendo app. So I have a bunch of photos. I picked the most important ones for now. Let me start with that. And of course, everyone has the Moslax, that quest. It's not a quest. It's a request, mission, doesn't matter. And then Dartrix, which was my first best friend, great friend. And then other little ones. Now, I don't know why they are a little bit grainy, the quality. I'm very I'm super picky with the quality of my photos. So I don't know, because I made this on Canva. Maybe I can try doing it in Pipsticks next time. And the paper that I used is the Glossy 2 from Canon. So this is the paper that I use. It's photo paper. You can also use the matte. You don't need to. I just like the shiny paper. And then for the stickers, it was so hard to find Pokemon stickers on Etsy that weren't $8 a sheet and were not shipping from outside of the US. And it was so expensive that I just bought a bunch of digitals, and some of these are PNG files that I got from online, and then my daughter did human versions of the main companions, and I made stickers from those. So this one is an emote digital. It's usually used for just chatting on Twitch, but it worked for this. So, and I was having issues. I don't know what was up with my silhouette today. It didn't print two things, and I was just like, I'm just gonna use my scissors. So that's what you see. Oh, they are upside down. So I use, oh wait, no. Oh my god, why is it tricking me? So these were made for my daughter. I don't want to show them too much because I didn't ask, forgot to ask her if it was okay to show her stuff. Are you kidding me? They're all over the place. But in Etsy, you can buy digitals, and I like to buy the PNG file with the clear background, so I can add all of this in the Silhouette software. And when it cooperates, it does a great job. As you can see, they're really cool, but man, sometimes it's a pain in the booty. And these came out a little bit blurry because the pixels wasn't great quality. And for making the stickers, I use this vinyl sticker paper, and I love it so much. I actually ordered more because I ran out. So, not that I need it right now because I printed enough papers, but okay. And for each place, this one's for Rocky Ridges. I'm not gonna show every single item inside because it would take so long. It would be such a long video. But I just thought of the things in this town, and there's a lot of green. It's very rocky. There's a lot of lava, so there's a lot of orange and red in here. I put here already the Pokemon stickers that are in Rocky Ridges. This is for Sparkling Skylands. And I went through my old Studio Calico kits to get some of the items. And I also used some older 6x6 paper pads. So out of this, it's very unlikely that I will share any link, because honestly, they probably don't exist anymore. And this is for Blake Beach. And then for regular Pokemon stuff, I just have some random items. This is all busted, but I figure they would be cute and I can stamp in these. These are just sticky notes. And in this one I have a 6x6 paper pad too. Ooh, I'm not gonna get everything out, like I said. It's so much, but it's full of stickers and die cuts, and I think all of them have at least one 6x6 or 6x8. I think one of them has a 6x8 paper pad. I have some stickers from my stash. These are from Five Below, from those sticker boxes that are kawaii. This back, if I can show this, and this one. And I just have random. I have a few of these actually in some of the packs. I just wanted to use this stuff in the background, make it kind of like junk journal-ish, but not really. I love a smiley face sticker, so I have this one here. More stamps. I did not need more stamps. I don't know if let me use the back of this so you can see the stamp. And this one is from Everyday Explorers, and this one is from Studio Calico. I am not sure they're both available. So. And this is from Pipsticks. And I have some of these swatches, because there's a few of them that have like I think this one, Copper Trail. I wanted to use something like this in the background. There's a lot of materials in the game. I have more washi tape that didn't fit in the other two. This one has, it's just a roller date stamp. October Afternoon doesn't even exist anymore. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to use my stash, so whatever you have at home probably works. More die cuts. Oh. And flowers, because since you do a lot of gardening in the game. And I think these are from Dollar Tree, but they are great for little projects. These ones are from Joy Bot Studio, which I show in the videos. And I ordered two more that she did. She did one for Pokopia, and there is an Animal Crossing one that I didn't get last time that I really wanted. And this is actually from Animal Crossing, but we do a lot of little houses too, so I figured that it would work. Of course, I need some Switch stickers. These are just old and I've been wanting to use them, but I don't know how. So the space area of the story, that might be good for that. And these are just die cuts, Pokemon stickers. These are arrows. These are very old. Frames, name tags for my character. And I believe like the names, Shadows, Shadow Mountain, Park Picnic, some of these might be good. Cosmic Quest, that would be good at the end of the story. I'm trying not to spoil it. Probably no. Top tomato, because we also harvest tomatoes in the story. I love this stamp. This I could use for writing or to put a photo on top of it. These are just random die cuts that I had laying around. These have little envelopes, so I could use little envelopes too. And that is what I have so far to start working on it. I don't think I'm gonna do, I was thinking about just doing the process for the intro, and I might just do only that, It just, whenever I'm doing a project and I have to film the videos, to edit the videos, it, it slows me down a lot. And I'm gonna start school in August, so I don't wanna spend the summer editing. I'd rather make things and then come back and show you what I did. So that's what I will be doing. Oh, and this little tickets. I love these though. I think it's crazy that we don't have Studio Calico anymore. That's the company that I will always like mourn. Still bummed about it. They're just cool to layer and add stickers and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna add at the end of this video, now that I mentioned it, the inside cover for the album, and that might be the last part is this video. So stay tuned for that. The inside cover is gonna be super simple. It's just gonna be a lot of sticker bombing. I really wanted to use the big Pokopia logo, but my silhouette kind of like messed up the borders, and it was just giving me trouble. So I just used my scissors to cut off the smaller one, and it worked out really well actually. In my opinion, it was a better way to do it. And I also used a few of the mode stickers. I just wanted to also make it like a little sign and have the little Ditto girl coming out on the top. And I'm going to use a mix of Pokemon stickers, and I'm going to use the fruit, the berries of this game. I'm going to use Pokeballs, and it's going to look like a mess, but I do love a messy cluster of stickers, and I love how it came out. My first thought was to do it in a diagonal line, but as I did more and more, I was trying to figure out how to cover a little bit of that bottom right part, and I'm gonna find a solution for that, and I'm so happy with the way it turned out. And it's weird to see me, like, I overthink a lot about where to put these stickers. And right now I'm using the background of the Pokopia sticker to hold off a few of my stickers while I figure out how to use them correctly. And this is also a great tip if you want to not bring all of these stickers out with you and you want to go craft at a coffee shop, you want to go to the library. You can use the back of any sticker sheet and it worked out perfect. And I wanted to do a mix of everything. I wanted to look messy but fun, and I'm trying not to give out anything of the game in this video. If you want to play it, you probably heard a lot, but it's a very cool game. It's also very sad because the Pokemon wake up and they can't find the humans. That's all I'm gonna say. So they have to figure out how to do everything by themselves. But Ditto learned a lot from her trainer, and actually her trainer calls her whatever name you want to give Ditto. So in the wasteland, in the Dream Islands, you can find little notes from Ditto's trainer, from the newspaper, news files. There's a lot of important information. You can find Hacker's journal, and that's something that I want to print too, using my Kodak memo shot, just so I can add it to the background. I'm gonna make this journal, but I'm not gonna be granular about my progress in the game. I don't want to track all the habitats, or I thought about doing the Pokedex, but I'm just not good at those very fine details. And I've learned from other projects that if I try to complicate everything way too much, I'm gonna end up abandoning the project, and I'm just gonna not do very too well. So there are a lot of villains ideas out there, but you should treat it as a buffet. You pick whatever you like, whatever works for you. And if you're ever gonna start, is this oh my god, if this is the first time that you are gonna do a journal or any project like this, I recommend that you stay very simple. Do document 3 to 5 things that you really want to do. So I just want to make this very scrapbooky, and I am gonna add very simple journaling. I'm gonna keep it super simple. Like I said, I am gonna print some of those notes and journal entries, diary entries actually, from the game. But if you know for sure that, well, I want to do the Pokédex, like that's a must, then by all means try that. But don't say, okay, I'm going to try all of these ideas that I've seen online, that I've seen on YouTube, Pinterest, whatever, because it's going to be really hard, especially the first time. And you can always add more to your original idea, but it's really hard to go back and say, okay, then I'll do this. So that's my recommendation. Now, to fix that bottom right corner, I decided to use that name tag, and I love how it turned out. I did a project a while back, I think it was last year, where I mixed a bunch of different alpha stickers to write a title, and I've been obsessed with that ever since. Now I should have like put down the little ditto girl first, because then now I have to like peel it off. It's not a big deal. The name tag didn't attach too strongly, so I was fine, but I should have done the girl first and then on top added the name tag. It's not a big deal. And while I did the whole looking for letters off camera, because it would have taken me a long time, there's a mix of Pseudo Calico Alphas, Pretty Little Studio, and the last E is from Everyday Explorers. Hubman and Chub Girl have this really cool switch stickers that I'm going to use a lot. I did a big haul with their products, and that simple little switch has been my favorite thing yet. And I could have just put the name and walk away, but of course I'm going to add even more little sprinkles with the fruit, the Pokeballs. And I love alpha stickers. I used to buy them a lot, especially from Studio Calico. So I'm just going to keep them to the side so I can do... I was going to divide my journal in the different spaces, you know, Wither Wasteland, Bleak Beach, etc. But then I found out that they were going to add 2 more towns in the DLC. And I am getting the DLC. It's just a really good game. So I have to figure out how I'm going to recount the pages so I can make space for those 2 new spaces. And all the super tiny stickers that I'm using, you see right there, are from Pipsticks. I'm just going to use little stars, music notes, and hearts to fill out the spaces. And I thought I was done, and I'm going to show it real quick, but then I decided to add a few more things, and at the end I'm going to show you how it turns out. I just added like a few extra things. It's not even a big deal, but here is the end. I hope you enjoy the process and the items that I'm going to use. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I love doing it and I love the game. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.